Hey, JulesBlessedVegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those of you who are new, I know you can benefit. So hey people, we are in the middle of a happiness challenge. If you're just joining us, you're right on time to get happy, to share happiness. It was actually running from Thanksgiving to Christmas Day, and we are well on our way. Today is day 15 already. Wow. And it was to contact an elderly neighbor to brighten up their day. And I expressed that that may or may not be a good move, depending on who the elderly person is. But if they were comfortable with you, if it was certainly a loved one, absolutely. Otherwise, prayer goes a long way, and you can certainly be praying for that person. Certainly the people who are dying of the COVID, so many elderly, they deserve prayer for sure. And then just honoring them by wearing a mask in public, dare I say. All right, tomorrow, because I always say a day ahead, is look for something positive to say to everyone you speak to. That is a huge challenge. Look for something positive to say to everyone you speak to. You don't want it to be pretentious, right? Well, you have to think about that. I already do, in the sense that when I greet people, when they say hello, I say, hi, good to see you. Like straight away, it's automatic. Hi, good to see you. And some people are like, wow, it's good to see me. Yes, it's Avatar, I see you. So I already say something positive. It's my natural greeting. Hi, good to see you. Try it, it works really well. It throws people off their game. But it is, right? I mean, come on, 300,000 people have left the planet from COVID in the last 9 months. So yeah, good to see you for any of us that are around. Okay, prayers. Anyway, that is the happiness challenge. Can you look for something positive to say to everyone you speak to? Even if you don't engage in conversation, you could say, good to see you. And that is definitely something positive. It makes people feel special. It makes them feel that they were seen and that they matter. Alrighty then, in addition to that, we are doing 12 days of abstinence, dare I say. I chose to use you guys as my accountability group. And this is a great checklist by Overeaters Anonymous. And it has a checklist as well as excellent writing exercises. I chose to turn those into talks since I'm JulesBlessedVegan and I like to talk. So here we are. First is a checklist, and because it's nighttime, I will dare to go through it. Have I been abstinent today? Praise God, yes. Did I pray and meditate today? Absolutely, and happy Hanukkah if that applies to you guys. I had my blood done. I already knew I was Jewish by blood. My mother was 46%. I was more like 19-something%. Certainly my grandmother more so. In the heritage of Jews, they go by the mother because there's no doubt who the mother was. The father, well, that can vary. But whose baby is in that tummy? Other than now, I get it. The artificial insemination and confusing the frozen eggs and all that nightmare. I just mean natural. By natural conception, we know who the mother is. So many of the oldest civilizations on the planet go by the woman. And in my family, I am absolutely of Jewish blood and descent, as was my mother, as was her mother, as was her mother. Okay, so I rejoice in that, and yes, I'm Christian, yes, I'm Catholic Christian, but yes, I recognize that Jesus and his entire family was a Jew, as were all the people in their realm, and we are an offshoot of that, so yea God. Anyway, yes, I absolutely prayed. Am I maintaining and working toward a healthy weight? Every single day. And also, I'll get back to that in just a moment. Did I rely on my higher power to stay abstinent? You ain't whistling Dixie, girlfriend. I call that guy all day long. Is what I'm currently doing working for me to remain abstinent? Yes, it is. If I'm having problems, if I ask someone what they were doing, Absolutely. Have I made an OA call today? No, but online I reached out to several. Did I have an attitude of gratitude? Totally. I have been hanging out in an attitude of gratitude. Yes, I have. Did I plan my food? Yes, I did. And I believe that is a game breaker, really. Is a game changer right there. Game changer. Did I plan my food? Yes. Have I helped someone else today? Yes. Did I have an action plan to stay abstinent? Yes, I did. And do I have a sponsor? And am I working the steps with that person? I'm working the steps. I do not have a sponsor at this time. So the next writing exercise is, what tools do I regularly use? So many, but I'll reiterate some of them. Some of my favorite, just basic OA literature, Overeaters Anonymous, OA, right? There's so many, and I have a ton of them. I really do. But my go-tos are this For Today, a daily thought book, and For Today, and this Food for Thought by Hazelton Meditations. I go for these like right away for really quick inspiration. Of course, I pray, like literally pray. So my faith is a big tool. I absolutely am writing my food down in my journal, and I am writing it down the night before. So I write down what my intention is, and ideally I will stay with that, and largely I have. If I have to moderate it the next day, I'll indicate that I moderated it, but mostly I choose to stick with it, and that is because of some other tools that I'm using. One of them is my monkey mind, my little hoo, come on, Mom, hoo, break your plan. Come on, Mom, hoo, you look so innocent. Where'd you get those purple eyes? Oh, this monkey mind, who usually shows up as a full-blown tribe, is a big one for me. I'd really say that if you're not careful, like if you don't appease your monkey mind and keep him informed, him, this is Coconut, she's probably a girl, keep them informed of what the plan is, they will fit through. And that's when they bring the tribe in. But you can appease your monkey mind by pre-writing your food, by having a discussion and saying, we have a plan and you have to stick with it, by shutting them down when they start screaming in the grocery store and you see all the fun stuff as you're trying to exit. But with that is my urge jar by Brooke Castillo of the Life Coach School. And that's because the same thing, like Brooke indicates, that this is only successful if, one, you write your food the night before, like 24 hours in advance, and two, you stick with what you wrote, like by all accounts. If you have to break it, she almost suggests you just not even eat that. Not even eat. I seem to be doing okay. So with all of that, and again, all of these are videos available. Just Jules Blessed Vegan, The Urge Jar, Jules Blessed Vegan, Monkey Mind, Jules Blessed Vegan, all of them. But with this, you have to have that understanding that the glass, in my case, glass beads, are the reward in themselves. These are how many urges I have not given into, which you can imagine add up. Like, hello, you lose weight with these because you have abstained that many times. And that's really cheap to put together. Get those 200 beads at the dollar store. I've got a ton right here. I have like 400. When the jar fills, you do not reward yourself with toxic waste. You simply empty it, rejoice, and start again. And of course, with all of that are my stickers. And as a teacher, I certainly have stickers already. But again, this is to appease that inner child. It's very hard to parent ourselves, and our society could care less whether we do it or not, right? Our society doesn't care if we take care of ourselves. I mean, seriously, pharmaceuticals don't have patients, they have clients. Doctors don't have patients, they have clients. And in fact, about 2 years ago, they started referring to them as their client. I don't know if you know that. All of a sudden, they were welcoming clients instead of patients, because the idea is to keep you for a lifetime. And I refuse to be that person. So these are just some of the tools. I'm also in Overeaters Anonymous support groups. I'm certainly on Facebook. They have fantastic ones. I attend meetings They have meetings literally around the clock, whether it is Zoom, face-to-face, a phone meeting. They even have meetings that are pre-recorded, not as effective maybe, but for those who can't. But again, around the clock in every area of the world. And that's why I've always trusted Overeaters Anonymous as being from God. I love the 12 steps. I love the implied spirituality. I don't want to suggest that you have to have a higher power, meaning God of the universe. You most certainly do not. You just need to have some power greater than yourself, because whatever you've been doing thus far has not worked. So you have to get out of yourself, right? Another thing they say is that service is slimming. People who serve tend to do better. I'd like to think I'm serving a little bit with JulesBlessedVegan videos, even though they must certainly benefit me, but that's always true. Whenever we do a generous act, it always comes back to us. I will get to where I am sharing again. I used to be a speaker on this circuit. They had me come to meetings everywhere, and I would drive all over the LA basin to go to those meetings and tell my story and encourage people. Then, of course, I lost my abstinence, which you certainly don't get kicked out. You know, the whole thing's anonymous, but I removed myself. And in what tends to be shame, because I kind of come from a shame-based mentality, I lost my program. I never lost the content. It's kind of like sign language. I didn't ever forget a single word that I had learned so many years ago, because I really dedicate myself when I learn something, and I don't really let it go. That's why it surprises me when someone says that they don't love someone anymore. I'm like, what? You don't love them anymore at all? I don't know how you unlove someone. You may no longer be engaged with that person. You may no longer have that person even in your realm. But I don't know if you can take love back. You can't, right? Anyways, the same thing. When I'm learning something, I'm all in. And I generally can't take it back. I may not exercise it, but I do not take it back. All right, my friends, as always, like if you like, join us if you haven't, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below how I may support you. Let's go over that one more time. This was on what tools do I use regularly. That was just a few. And for tomorrow's happiness challenge, it was look for something positive to say to everyone that you speak to. I would love to hear what you chose to do with that. Again, a good one is good to see you as you approach or pass by. Okay, until we talk again, know that you are blessed.